Yeah, so specifically the course has actually changed this year from what it was the last couple of years. So it still goes down and around Tilapia Park. Obviously for anyone that kind of knows the course, this will all make sense. But this year it goes down and around Tilapia Park as usual in the first 10k, but then we actually go over Kings Avenue Bridge and onto Parksway earlier than previously. So then from 10 to 20k we're kind of running over Kings Avenue Bridge, down Parksway, U-turn up Anzac Parade, which is like maybe a kilometre of an uphill, and then U-turn at the top, come back downhill, back along Parksway, and then back over Kings Bridge. So that's kind of the 10 to 20, 25k mark. And then from there we go up Kings Avenue, I believe, up to State Circle, so that's another uphill, and then around and onto Adelaide Ave, which is fairly flat but uphill to get onto, and then from there out on Adelaide Avenue into and down into Western Park. So there's a few rollers through there. This is kind of getting through the 25, approaching 30k mark. And then from Western Park we run back along the front of the lake, which again has a few, well, one quite decent pinch in it that'll definitely hurt the legs because that comes at 30 plus k. But then there's maybe like a couple k downhill, down towards Commonwealth Bridge, where we run under Commonwealth Bridge, U-turn, come back under Commonwealth Bridge, up towards State Circle, and then around State Circle. So that's about the 40, 35, 37k mark maybe, and that's another fairly decent stretch of uphill from down at the lake at Commonwealth Bridge up to State Circle. So that'll definitely be a key part of the course to make a move towards the end. And then once we get up onto State Circle, around State Circle, and I believe it just goes back down Kings Avenue and then into the finish. So the last 2k maybe is either flat or downhill. So there's definitely some decisive points in the course, and I'll factor that into the prep as I go and talk about that. But that's a quick overview of the course. Definitely not the flattest of marathons going around, as probably is indicated by some of the winning times over the last few years. But yeah, I'm keen. This is probably one of the biggest goals for the first 6 months of this year, to win this race. So I'll be really happy if I can tick that off. So we're about to go for just an easy jog. It's Tuesday, just a 30-minute aerobic run today, off the back of an hour and 10 minutes yesterday. Also just aerobic, easing into the week after a long run on Sunday and some fatigue in the body, but got a run workout tomorrow, which will be good. But just building the kilometres so far. So I did about 15 or 16k yesterday, and then I'll just smash out another 6 or 7 today in half an hour to get the week underway, and then hit some quality marathon specific work tomorrow. But yeah, just off for a 30-minute jog. To keep the legs moving. Also had a threshold ride this morning, 4 by about 6 minute efforts, above 400 watts, so the legs are already primed, and so this is just a good stimulus on some reasonably fatigued legs, but yeah, only half an hour, so we'll just get it done. Well, welcome to Double Run Wednesday. About to head out for my second run of the day, which is probably like the key marathon session of the week. I did half an hour run, 7k odd this morning, just to get some volume in the legs, and then the run I'm about to head out and do will be a 20-minute warm-up, and then 30 minutes targeting 3:25 pace, which is roughly around the goal marathon pace, and then after that 30 minutes drop down for 10 minutes at 3:15 pace, just to practice kicking on a bit after some fatigue in the legs, and then just cool down. So yeah, probably get close to 20k into the legs in that session, so that'll be almost 27k's for the day. So yeah, big double run day on a Wednesday, which I really found pretty productive off the back of, or into my Cairns Ironman prep last year, so we're going to run with that again, and yeah, that should work wonders. So far, yeah, the prep's been going well. I did actually have to take the start of this week a little bit easier. I was battling a bit of fatigue on over the weekend. Saturday, Sunday, I actually went away to Jindabyne, but got a good long run done down there on the trails, and yeah, took Monday a little bit easier. Just did an aerobic run, which was an hour and 10 minutes, and then yeah, building back into some intensity in the middle of this week, and some volume. So we just finished the second run of the day. Was 20-minute warm-up, and then 30 minutes at 3:25 pace into 10 minutes at 3:15 pace. It was a pretty good session actually. It was a bit windy, but didn't get any footage of it because it's tough being a solo creator, director, producer of content, and also being an athlete. So if anyone wants to come along and do some videos for me, let me know, that would be great. But yeah, pretty solid session. Ended up getting, I'll pull the stats up, ended up getting 19, just over 19k's. It was 19.3k's in an hour 15. And then for all those stat nerds out there, the 30 minutes that was targeting 3:25, I hit 3:24 average pace for that 30 minutes, and then was bang on 3:15 average pace for the last 10 minutes. I'll go into even more data if you want. Average heart rate for the first 30 minutes was 169, and then 176 for the 10 minutes after that. So yeah, that first 30 minutes just trying to replicate, I suppose, like what the marathon will feel like. Maybe that pace a little bit on the ambitious side of the marathon pace, but good to hit those paces and try and feel comfortable in and around that pace. And then the last 10 minutes is just simulating maybe a race scenario where there's a bit of a surge or kick down at the end of the race, even though the 40 minutes doesn't replicate the 2.5 hours of a marathon. But combined with the run this morning, I guess, and the other training load, it's the legs are definitely fatigued, so that's a good stimulus. But yeah, good session all in all. Hit the numbers well. I was happy with that. Used these Magic Speed from Asics Magic Speed for the 30 minutes, and then whipped out a fresh pair of the Metaspeed Sky Tokyo. First run in these for the 10 minutes kick down, and they felt great. It was on a grass track, but so probably don't feel like the full sponginess and return from the carbon plate as you would on the road, but they're a great shoe. Keen to run in them this year. They'll also be what I run the marathon in, likely. So good to get a kind of a feel of what that shoe's like. Pretty pleased with that. So yeah, 26, just over 26k for the day. Up to 50k for the week, and it's Wednesday at the moment. So tracking well for the week. Gonna head inside now and have some dinner cooked by the lovely Julia, my partner. And then probably sit down and watch maths. So yeah, good day.